This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses.
So I've been looking for kind of a good Fender type tone because this Fender Pro Reverb here has been a thing that I've had now for a little while, and I've played other Fender amps, and there's this huge big Fender sound. Of course, if we're talking about Fender Twin, it's worth thinking about our favourite Twin players. Let me know yours in the comments. Mine is Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson also has a course coming up on TrueFire. I think if you pre-order it now, it's already out. But on the 1st of October, he's got this masterclass and in the jam, like a two-parter. I'm going to be checking that out. I've got all access membership as part of the TrueFire sponsorship, so I can check out things and then say things that I've enjoyed to you as part of the arrangement with TrueFire. If you use the code JNC40, you can get 40% off of any of their courses, or you can use JNC100 to get $100 off of any of their all-access passes or their all-access membership for the year. Anyway, on with the video, and I hope you get something out of these kind of tweaking videos. If you do, feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe, any of those things. If you feel really keen, you could either try buying the presets on Gumroad or use the Buy Me a Coffee link, but don't feel obliged to do either of those things unless you're really getting something out of these tweaking videos. The idea really is to show you how you can get the same tones as me. I feel like that's hopefully a noble cause. Okay, here's a model in the Helix which, to be honest with you, I've not really ever felt totally satisfied with. Let me just pull it up for you in stock form. We're talking about the Fender Twin here, right? So you pull it up and it's kind of like there, and it's kind of fine, but that does not sound big, right? And that sounds to me kind of the opposite, kind of pretty small in general. Relative to the other Princetons, this
Twin just kind of sounds tinny, kind of sounds overly bright, and just is not it for me, if I'm honest with you. However, I found some settings. The reason I'm interested in this sort of thing, I've got a Fender Pro Reverb from 1965, sat in my bedroom. I borrowed as well Jake's Vibroverb, and to be honest, like, there's something about a Fender amp, a Fender clean. Basically, you set them to 3, set the bass and treble wherever, and they do sound great. And I wanted to get something that sounded a little bit like that. So I'm going to show you the settings for that. So first of all, this delay is kind of just a little slap back, 149 milliseconds. Feedback should be at 0, but we'll leave it at 35 for now. Mix, it's 13. And so that's just giving a little bit of movement behind the scenes. I'll do the reverb, just the spring reverb. Mix 32%. You could open up that high cut if you want. This will work on Stomp, this particular. This particular preset. And then cab wise, I'm using the 1x12 US Deluxe and the 67 condenser mic, because in real life, a condenser mic in front of a Fender Twin type amp or a Pro Reverb or whatever seems to me to sound very good. The level here pushed by +6, you might take that down depending on how this balances with your other presets. And just over the center, right? And then here, this is probably quite a big part of what's happening here. Because I wanted to basically replicate what I would do in my digital audio workstation, which would be to parallel compress the tone. This can help to thicken things. I got the peak reduction up nice and high. This is with my Strat. You might want to take that peak reduction down if you've got hotter pickups, and then the gain at 6.9, etc. Right, now the amp block itself is where we've got some weird things going on. So first of all, I don't think I'd ever be able to get a Fender Twin up to 7.3, but the Pro Reverb at about 3 or 4 has a little bit of kind of breakup, and this amp really sounds pretty anemic, lacking in iron if you have it down at 3. But as you take it up to 7.3, it starts to warm up a bit. And it's like, oh, suddenly there it is. Right? So you get... You're not really getting much breakup still, even at 7.3, but you are starting to get things happening. Now, the mid control I've got set to 5, because the real Fender Twin and a lot of these blackface type amps don't have a mid control, and therefore they should be set at 5. Equally, the presence, most of these types of amps do not have a presence control, so they should be set at 0. Now, the bass and treble, one of the things with the blackface circuit is that you don't have a mid control generally, but what happens is that as you turn down the bass and treble, relatively the mids kind of come up. So I felt like the stock settings are a little bit kind of just spiky, barely there. If we take down the bass and treble, sort of a little bit contrary to what you might think, it actually comes out. And then the one other thing that I've done here is I've taken the sag up to 8.3. You could take this down. But I'm really liking the way that that is kind of feeling. I think that's one of my favourite tones that I've ever got out of the twin type models within the Helix. And to be honest, I've not really had hugely great results before. We could stick on a pedal. That's getting a little bit hot because we've got quite a lot of headroom. So maybe I would take down the level. Maybe even a Scream 808 might be better. Taking that pedal very well though. So you might want to consider, if you're going to then chuck a pedal in front of it, that you would drop the gain down a little bit, possibly. I don't know, not my favourite amp model in the Helix, to be quite honest with you. I also dialed in this other preset for this kind of clean. This is only going to work on the Helix, so it will be in the Helix folder of 3.6. But you see here I've got a litigator kind of paired up with it. These are not snapshot ready, so they're not designed to really be used as anything other than just this clean. But I found it like really fun to play those. So just a great clean that you can get with these Fender Twins. If you were looking for that sort of thing, it's something that I've been looking for quite a while, like a big kind of Fender Twin type tone, or like a big blackface type tone. I think that does it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll catch you in another video soon.